garage is now officially open. One time for all the mechanics. Get your tool belt, get your coveralls. Let's get this thing on the rack and get it fixed. I'm your lead mechanic, Mr. Mech. Again, welcoming you to another 6 p.m. session. First things first, I must apologize because the 6 p.m. session is happening at damn near 6:53. Damn near. At 6:53, damn near 7 o'clock. I must apologize, but I'm coming out of some super up and down style situations today. On one end, the meeting that I just walked out of that refused to end is amazing news. Amazing news. Something I seriously cannot wait to share with y'all. Like it's that big of a deal. And then I met with news that a good friend and long time NYC hip hop personality, Lord Seir, passed away today. So this show, tonight's garage session is 100% dedicated to the memory and the life and times of my friend Lord Seir. Not the kind of news I was expecting to get on a random Wednesday. So started off that way. Rest in peace to the homie Lord Seir. We gonna miss you around here, bro. We gonna miss you around here. Lord Seir knew that I rapped, right? Lord Seir knew that I rapped. He had me on his show on Shade 45. Wasn't dropping nothing, didn't have a single. But because he knew what I was capable of, he brought me up there to either spur me on or put a battery on my back. Yeah, man. Yeah, just a good-natured, good-hearted dude. And there's not a gang of those out there. So when we lose one, I feel it. I feel it. Dudes like Seir wasn't a dime a dozen. Wasn't a lot of them out there like him. And when we lose, again, it's one of them things, man. It's just, we all got to go, but sometimes when you look at the ratio, you look at the folks we lose, and you look at the ones who get to stay, and it just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Like it's hard. I don't question God's time or God's will, but at the same time, not at the same time. I don't question his will or his way or his timing. It just doesn't make it easier to take when we lose a guy like Seir. Meanwhile, there are tons of just unhinged assholes running the earth. Just running around the place making life miserable for all kind of people. And meanwhile, we got to lose somebody like Seir. One time for Lord Seir. Now let's do what I would normally do when it came to Seir, and let's talk hip hop. I'm probably gonna post the interview I did with him just in remembrance, just to get that out there. I'll probably post that interview. First of all, shout out to all the mechanics in here. Thank you. I see the condolences and the rest in pieces and all that good stuff. Thank you for the respect. Thank you for the love to thank you for the love to Seir. Oh boy. Okay. You might have struck gold today because I might have time. Let me see who this is. Hey Woody Hitman something something something. Bunch of rainbow flags. Bro, check this out. I don't care that you're a homosexual. I just don't know why you need to come in here advertising it. We're not talking about that at all. This ain't even that kind of blog. We don't even talk relationships, let alone sexuality. If you want to wave your flag, that's cool. But like, y'all got a whole month. Why in here now? Like, I'm an ally, but I'm not a member. That's not my flag. I don't know why you guys like. Are you trying to recruit? Like, are you looking for somebody else to be on your side? I don't get what y'all are doing. When this happens, I don't get what y'all are doing. I know I'm a good looking dude, but I'm sorry, I'm not. You're not my type. You don't come with a vagina, and those are the ones I really dig. So and if you did want attention, why is it why is it about the fact that you like dudes, like running around waving the flag, pointing? I don't get that. Crips throw up blue flags to let everybody know they Crips. Bloods throw up the red ones to let people know they blood. You come in here and throw up the rainbow. Okay, bro, we get it, but we heard you the first time. Coming, pulling up repeatedly, waving that flag. I think you get by now that we don't care what you're doing outside of this chat. Gay people are not a threat to me. I live in New York City, for God's sake. There's tons of y'all all over the place. I get it. But, I'm not even bragging about, the chicks I'm knocking down. And you come in here waving a flag around like, bro, you got to relax. I might start, channeling my inner Lord Seir. Y'all are really like bugging out with this flag talk. Right? Listen, do me a favor, come out the closet on your page. How about that? You can come out the closet on your page. Let me make sure you get his name in. Oh, this on there. Yeah, hey Woody Hitman 5632. Yeah, bro, come out the closet on your page. Save that for your parents, your friends and family, your page. Like that needs to be something you handle in your neighborhood, homie. But like, this ain't the place for that. Oh boy, yeah, no, I'm not even. Yeah, you're right. Alpha, you're right. Hey, you're right. Focus on the topic. It's just sometimes I got time for it. I got time. Today I had time for it. Normally dudes just want to come flying out the closet. I'm like, I don't want this to be the place where I'm glad you feel so comfortable. We're not judging nobody's lifestyle. Oh, salute. Queens get the money. Again, we're gonna get right back to it. That's a great segue. Excuse me. We gonna get back to the topic. You're right. Queens get the money is a great way for us to spin back and segue. Your man 50. The discussions I'm having right now are, is he or is he not back? He might. I don't know, y'all. I'm not saying this is a. First of all, we swore this was a response to Ti. We swore this was a response to Ti. We were all wrong. He's stagnating these responses crazy because Fab went at him damn near a month ago, and he's just now getting back at the podcast crew. That's just now happening, and then who am I to talk because he went at Clarissa so long ago. In my vision, he went at Clarissa so long ago. I didn't the papoose. This didn't even make sense to me at first. I wasn't even sure. I wasn't even sure why Pat was doing it. It took a couple of the mechanics. It took y'all in the comment section to remind me that he went at Clarissa, and very possible that Pat was chilling out because Clarissa got a fight and he's trying to keep it calm for his lady. He don't want to, start a whole bunch of nonsense around that time. So that makes sense. Pat hasn't made any statements. But if that's the case, that makes sense. That don't surprise me. But 50, this is actually aimed at them podcast dudes. Now, the only diss we can match this up, seeing as how that's who he's talking about, we have to match this up to the Fab verse. I do appreciate that Max B is, getting his shit off and pointing at Jimmy, but you know, let me ask it this way. I'm not gonna ask y'all to grade the verse as far as the diss is concerned, and maybe this is me shooting 50 bail he don't deserve, but I do want to ask this question: Do we believe? Do we believe that 50 is back actively rapping? Not is he back as far as, you know, he's knocking heads off and he's back as far as he's got a W up, because as far as I'm concerned, that's not the case. I don't see a W here. But I see fight back. I see effort. I see, get busy 50 again. I see a bunch of this happening. I see, dude might be shadow boxing a little bit, about to, get that popping a bit. Like, it might be one of those. So is that this? Is 50 active? Is 50 tired of people saying that he can't rap, that he's no longer a rapper? Is that what we're seeing? Is this fifth back in the building as far as like, yo, I do rap? Maybe he got tired of his own fans telling people that he don't rap no more. Maybe that's it. I'm not shocked at this necessarily, because I've been telling y'all that I've been telling everybody. I know I just talk to y'all. I don't tell y'all nothing. Y'all are mechanics. I don't tell y'all nothing. Y'all know. But I've been telling folks the win that 50 wants, the kind of W he wants, doesn't exist with gifts, posts, or memes. He's gonna have to rap. I knew that. He knew that. Everybody who was paying attention knows that, right? And all I got, all the kind of pushback I kept getting was, he don't rap no more. Why you keep expecting 50 to rap? He ain't got time for that. Now his own stands look super stupid, because you ran around telling everybody that your boy didn't rap anymore. Not only did he not rap, he had a whole AI video dedicated to these dudes. Maybe that's what took him so long. Maybe he just had to get the AI right. Maybe he's flexing for his new AI, the AI wing of his production company, and this is the kind of stuff that it produces. So this is just one big commercial for him. But when I'm, and that would be smart, right? That would be smart. That would be typical 50 promotional marketing, always marketing smartness. That would be smart. Not even anti. And that's just me spitballing. That's just me freestyling. Here's the thing. The fact that this is where your thought process goes when you start talking about 50, the fact that this is what you're naturally inclined to think, just shows how much 50's specific style of gangster is branded to 50 Cent. You never think it's just one punch. One punch is always two. You know what I'm saying? Like, that first punch is a punch, but then it's followed up with an elbow. There's always like a second punch involved in what's happening. And that's just what we know 50 to do. He's not just going to get one opportunity. He's going to take that one opportunity and turn it into like 4 or 5, right? Definitely staggered the response, because that Fab got at him a minute ago. Now, before we even get to judging the verse, before you even go verse for verse, and ask yourself if this joint is better than Fab's, which, I mean, come on, we're not doing that. We're not even going to entertain that. We're not going to play that game. However, if 50 is trying to fight the war of attrition, and he starts implementing, film audio techniques. It maybe he's graduated from GIFs and memes to like straight AI videos. And it was really clever. Like it was really, we can't front like it was whack. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not gonna compare this verse to Fab. Like Fab is Fab though. Like, you know what I mean? That's you getting in the ring with a heavyweight. We're not gonna do that. I'm not even gonna pretend to entertain that. What I am saying is, does 50 have his hat back in the ring? And if that's the case, can we expect some music from 50? And y'all know me. All I ever care about is rappers rapping. I don't care what state in life they are. I want to hear about it. Like I like when we express ourselves in this hip hop thing. That's my shit. I'm all for 50 rapping. Do we think that 50 Cent, this could lead to, could we possibly get an EP? If he thought it made sense, he always has something to promote. Now, if this goes the long way as far as promotion is concerned, could we end up with an EP, even especially if he's able to wrap it around an item to promote? See, I'm not wild enough to think that something as deep as, are we gonna get G Unit back? I don't think that. Although that would be crazy. That would be crazy. If he tried to get G Unit back, oh my God, especially the original members. Especially the original members, that would be nuts. Talk about promo. And then do a tour behind it. I know that the last lap tour was supposed to be the last thing, but if, G Unit, imagine him and Game making music again together. See, y'all looking at me crazy, but I heard that before. He's focused on TV, he's focused on this, and yet we got a whole joint out with an AI video. Like, y'all gotta miss me with his focus. He's focused on making money. Rap makes money for people like 50. Rap is promo, great promo for people like 50 in those positions. Rap equals bread. They find a way to flip it and bounce it. And I told you the kind of win that he wants was going to have to come from rapping. There was no way around it. 50 working it out with Game. Come on, Mac. I know. It's a stretch. I know. It's a stretch, but it's the kind of stretching we do around here. Like anything's. But we shouldn't talk like this is impossible. Now, like, hold on. Let's not talk like this is impossible. Y'all talking like this can't happen at all. Y'all talking like it's impossible. But that's the reason. Listen. All I'm saying is that my only real question is, maybe it's 50 back might have been the wrong terminology. Is he active? Mixtape coming soon for the summer. DJ all day. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, sit here and act like it's impossible. But the same people who were telling me, the same people screaming, "Oh, it's not possible," were the same ones who were beating me in the head when I said 50 needs to rap if he wants this W. There's a level of respect. There's a level in line of respect in hip hop that only comes through the music. It only comes through the lyrics. I don't care if it's your last record. There's a line of respect when you. There's a line of respect that only happens from your last bar. And when people go back and listen to it, oh, yeah, he was spitting though. They'll say a whole bunch of nonsense about you. He was spitting though. You dig? That's why some people want to leave on a high note, and it's not necessarily about a hit record. That's why dudes don't have hit records and still walk around hip hop getting the red carpet rolled out for them, and not in commercial spaces, but in real spaces. In real time, it goes down like that because people know that talent is something that by and large can't really be purchased. And there are other people who have had huge hit records who hip hop treats like stepchildren, redheaded stepchildren. Salute to all the gingers. You know what I'm talking about. There are people that treat like that because people know. We know what it is. We who are in these spaces, in these rooms, if I showed you my group chat right now, you'd see it. Like, we know exactly what's happening. That's all I'm saying. Do we think that 50 is back active? That's my question. Imagine he's just blacked for like the whole summer. And and there's a Mano response. And we're gonna talk about that tomorrow night. 6 o'clock in the building, we're gonna float right back in here. We're gonna go directly over Mano's response. Bleed like us. I don't like to I eventually, not eventually, I may start doing reaction videos, right? The only thing I don't like about reactionary videos is the whole key to them is you have to do them on the spot. And my brain doesn't really work that way. My first reaction, if y'all are interested in seeing something like that, then I'll start doing reaction videos and you can tell me. However, my main thing when it comes to a song, I like to pick it apart. I like to pick it apart, and that don't happen in 10, 15 minutes of the first listen. I'm picking it apart. But y'all let me know if you want to see reaction videos, and I'll do what the people say. In the meantime, in between time, we back around here at 6 o'clock tomorrow, God willing. Today, a couple meetings got away from me, and the Lord seeing news hit me kind of crazy. You walk out of a meeting and find out a friend of yours passed away. You know, going to work isn't the first thing on your mind when that happens. But uh, you know, the bass keeps running. And one thing about Lord Seir is even when he was, down, he didn't stop doing his show. You dig? So as much as I was tempted to let tonight's session, to let the garage stay closed for the night, Seir didn't get down like that. So what would I look like doing that in his memory and with respect to him? How would that even sound? If I'm trying to show him respect, how would that even sound? Me not opening the garage and talking hip hop. If anything, I'm gonna open the garage and we gonna talk this hip hop business one time for my man Lord Seir, which is exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, but it's not making me miss him any less. It's not making me wish he wasn't gone any less. I'll say that. Get to work, handle the business, talk this hip hop thing, because that's what Lord Seir was. That's what Lord Seir was. That's what he is. And may he live forever. We got that man on the airwaves, so we can always go over and hear the guy talking. But it's rough. It's rough. You walk out of a high, like the meeting was really, really good. Really excited about everything we discussed in the meeting. And then the first thing you see when you come out, rest in peace, Lord Seir. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I was this close to leaving the show alone, and it hit me that that's not what Seir would do. Seir pulled up when he was sick. Seir pulled up to do his show on Shade 45 when he wasn't feeling well. I know Seir had me up there. Had me on this show doing a whole interview. Lord Seir. I wouldn't be respecting what the man was about if I just folded up the garage and you know, hung the clothes sign on it, installed it till tomorrow. Nah, that wouldn't be showing respect to my man. That wouldn't be showing respect to my bro. That wouldn't be saluting my dog the right way. We're gonna salute my dog the right way. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna talk hip hop. The bass keeps running. I'm gonna miss that fool. Check his show. Check his show. Rest in peace to the bro Lord Seir. May you live forever. And with that said, we are going to close the garage for the evening. We will be back here tomorrow night, God willing, 6 p.m. to have this good old hip hop discussion. Tonight's episode is dedicated to the memory of my friend Lord Seir. You check him out on Shade 45. Or go and have a look. And yeah, let's jump down in the comments and keep the conversation going. I want to know if you think this marks the beginning of 50 making any kind of consistent return on a concentrated effort back into hip hop music spaces, not just hip hop period, because we encompass more than music. But I want to know if you think this marks some kind of return, and if you're about to tell me he's too busy or he's not focused on this or this ain't his bit, just remember you said all that stuff before I had to point out that he had 2 or 3 verses out already, and now he's got a whole record out with Max B. Them boys wrote that down, went to the studio, recorded it, and I happen to have firsthand experience about how long it takes to put like some decent AI videos to get like an AI video together. That quality, this is effort. This isn't the effort of someone with no time and interest to do it. This ain't, you didn't twist his arm to do this. So next time if that's your excuse for telling me why 50 Cent is not, there's no sign that 50 is consistently back, I need you to just keep that in mind before you answer. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. I'll see y'all there in a second. Again, one more time for Lord Seir. Rest in peace to my bro. And I will catch y'all tomorrow at 6 p.m. In the meantime, in between times, your man, Mr. Mac, the garage is now officially closed for the evening. Hang up your tool belt, hang up your coveralls. Get ready to pick them back up tomorrow because the game need fixing. And that's what we in this bitch for. One time for all my mechanics. God willing, I'll see you tomorrow at 6. Peace.